Scrum Master. 24, 25, 26 like is is easy to get as a Scrum Master, but again it's all depend on how much you are getting right now. Might be if you're getting 12, 13, 14, so it's not possible that the company will provide you this much of money, 24, 25, 26. It's again
Sachin,
depend
if
on
you give
yourself.
permission, right, I'll again have something to say here,
Yeah,
valuable.
Raman.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that is like, my last salary was 23 lakhs and I
Mhm.
lost my job due to COVID. Okay. Unfortunately.
Right.
So when they ask me that, I'll tell them that I am getting 23, but then they will say, we can't offer that. For this role, we have 18 to 22.
No,
I'll
it's
say that,
again, Ramana, it's again depend on company to company what
no,
I'm
I'm just
telling.
saying, saying the
Yeah,
one of the
you are telling
example.
right,
Yeah, yeah. No, no,
right
no, no.
thing,
I'll
but
tell, no, no, let me tell
Mhm.
what I said. Okay. I told
Mhm.
them that anything above 20, I'm fine. No issues at all. So what I'm saying is because of this COVID
no,
situation, you cannot demand
no, no,
salaries.
no,
You
no,
need
no,
to
Ramana, no.
compromise sometimes.
In
Yeah.
fact, I am getting very handsome salary right now
Okay.
in a very good company, and
That's what I think. If you can crack the interview very well,
yeah,
if
that's
your
why I'm
knowledge is
telling you, if
thorough
you crack
on
the
Agile Scrum,
interview
yeah, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
good manner, in good
Yes,
way, if
yes, yes.
interviewer is happy, then
Agree,
there is
agree.
no issue. One of my friend, his is getting job after a year, and
Okay.
let me tell you, he was on 22 and now is on 26 lakh rupees. So guys, it's again depend on company to company how much budget they have, but
Correct, correct.
still
Definitely.
in
Yeah.
the market you can get 26, 27 lakh rupees as a Scrum Master. And if you want more than that, then you have to move to an agile coach role. So you can as a safe principal consultant, if you able to complete with the certification of SPC, which is safe principal consultant, you can get 45, 46, 47, 50, 55, 60. One of our friend, which is Nitesh also know this person, me and Nitesh personally. He he got almost 79 lakh rupees when he cleared SPC certification in Bangalore. So again, it's all depend on how much knowledge you have, what type of certifications you have, what type of experience you have, and plus what salary you are on, or on which salary. So again, it's a combination of all these things, right, guys? So now we'll take some questions,
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to explain everything, you guys. I want to listen from your side that where you are focusing. Like we'll discuss about a little
Hmm.
about matrices, right? If
Sachin?
you see, most of the time what happened, what type of answers we are giving most of the time. Anybody can explain me, if interviewer ask you guys that, okay, what type of matrices you are using, okay, or what is the use of the matrices, how you are going to use these matrices. So anyone who failed in interview, or you know uh, failed is not the correct word, or uh,
Yes.
what should be the good word which we can use.
Sachin, can I?
No,
Yes,
who could
yes.
not crack the interview? Who could not crack the interview is the right
Who
thing.
couldn't crack the
Yeah.
interview
Positive way
because,
to put
and
it
I
across.
feel
Yeah.
that, okay, because of the matrices question I can't able to crack the interview. uh,
Yes,
Sachin sir,
yes.
someone
Hmm.
sorry to
someone
interrupt,
Sachin?
but
can
there are
explain
two
me.
guys, Sudeep and Gagan, and I think they have some question to ask.
Yeah, Sudeep, please.
Hmm.
Okay, Sachin. So I was listening to all the conversation you were having. I mean, thanks for arranging the session. So
Hmm.
my question is, I'm working in QA, so I'm in
Okay.
a senior role, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of senior project manager role.
Mm-hmm.
So I have worked in agile projects where they say this is agile, but none of the principles of agile is being followed. Okay,
Okay.
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 So the problem is, how do I learn? I mean, I know YouTube, blogs, everything you can learn, but the problem is, if you go to interview, you are not able to recollect everything because you haven't
Right.
worked actually in those projects. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the problem is how to start. So if you haven't really worked on any agile of the projects, okay, so how do we start? So that's why the purpose of joining this call was how do we start giving interview and how to start preparing for
So
those
to
kind of
gain
roles.
the real-time experience,
Real time
let me
experience,
come to
right?
this question.
Sandeep. Okay.
How to start to gain the
And
real-time experience,
another
though
question. I think
you
Gagan,
are
you
not
also
having the real-time experience.
Right.
Gagan, you also want to ask something?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, please.
So
Actually, I am having a 7 years of experience, and I'm working as a QA.
Mm-hmm.
And in my project in which I'm working, we moved to agile from last 1.5 year,
Okay.
and from last 2 to 3 months, I am working as a Scrum Master in my company.
Great, great, Gagan, great. Right.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so but actually, although we are in Scrum, but still some principles of Scrum we are not following, and others we are following. So I think that is fine. But the only issue is when I'm applying for any job, or the jobs which I am getting, it's mostly they want guy who used to work as a Scrum Master for 20 to 30%, and remaining work either as a developer or as an automation engineer. So that is one of my concern, that I'm like not able to get a job interview call.
Okay, guys. One thing which
So,
I which anybody else want to say
Yes,
something?
yeah,
hello.
so Sachin, I have a one question, right?
Who is
So I
this?
just want to hi, I am I'm Vishal. Okay,
Vishal. Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I just have a one question, right? So actually, I have a comprehensive of experience of 14 years into the test management side, and I'm into the test manager right now, and I
Mm-hmm.
just want to move into the Scrum Master. So I am already a CSM certified. Plus, for the last 5 years, when the safe was not even in the market, so I've been practicing the safe.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
so yeah, so I know each and everything about safe and everything, how it goes on to the portfolio level. I'm only working on to the portfolio level right now, because other levels are across my in the on-site, which are driven by the other leaders. Okay,
Okay.
so my question to you is, right, so can we get into the crux of what kind of interview questions can I expect? If first time I'm facing any of the Scrum Master interview,
Mm-hmm.
and probably if I'm working onto the safe agile framework,
Mm-hmm.
right, so what kind of a questions I can expect, and how to answer them and how to tackle them, right? I know what is a burn down chart, I know what is a burn up chart, how the velocity is calculated. I go on this in everyday life, right?
Right.
So we uses a rally tool, which is a agile tool again, and everything comes as prepared, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only things, the only challenge with uh, I mean, I and the interest why I have joined this call is just because I just want to get some experience from all of you guys, since you have a good experience in a Scrum Master and you are all facing the interview questions. So I just want to know those kind of experiences. So if we can just get down into that quickly, then it will be a great, right? So
Sure,
this
sure,
is just
sure.
a request.
Have you given any interview?
Yeah, I'm just now trying to change my profile, because I'm not. It's been like 6 years in my current organization, right? And now I'm looking for a different role, and I just want to go on to the kind of a role into a Scrum Master. So I've chosen as a Scrum Master, and I just want to throw away my role, which is current as a test manager. I don't
Mhm.
want to continue this as a test manager.
No, no,
Okay.
right. Actually, the reason is why I moved from QA to Scrum Master role. Guys, if every project and every company is moving from this predictable life cycle to agile life cycle, or the way we have agile or adapt life cycle, we can say. So why I'm moving, if everyone is individual contributor in when we start working in agile, there is no team lead or project manager role. Might be in near future you will like I will give you my example is from Wells Fargo. They are almost fired 60 to 8, I think 70, around 70 project manager from their company, because they do not want to move from project manager role to scrum master role. So in near future you are not going to find out these type of roles, like the test lead, the test manager. So what we people will do in this case, you have to contribute individually. And if you have an experience of 15 or 16 years of experience in QA, then how can you going to to be an individual contributor, right? It's very hard for us. And in India, you see your salary will increase when your role will increase. You move to the senior role. It's not we are not in the US or UK where experience will value on the same position, right? So this is so what I found that this is the only way where I can get more salary. Otherwise, if I will be in testing only, otherwise you will be in the automation testing. If you are in the management role of testing, then it's going to hurt you in the coming future, near future, might be in 1 or 2 years. So it's one area which is I found to be move is as Scrum Master. Might be there are some other areas also. So that's why this is the reason why I moved from QA to Scrum Master role.
Yeah. Hi,
Right.
Sachin.
Mhm.
Divanshu this side.
Hey Divanshu, hi.
Hi, hello, hello. Sachin, I have one question.
Yeah.
I was working as a QA earlier. Now my
Hmm.
role has changed from QA to BA QA.
Oh,
So I'm doing the roles and
what type of
responsibility
role
of
is
a.
this,
It's
Divanshu?
like you have yeah, it's like you initially have to do the responsibility of the BA, like gathering requirements, writing user stories,
And
maintaining
then you will move
acceptance
to QA role.
criteria, yeah, maintenance criteria, and all these sort of things. If developers and testers have some doubts, then you have to clear them out. You have to be with the clients to for the discussions and all. So
Right.
this is the role initially that I have to do in my sprint, and then after some time, when the testing starts, I help the clients for the UAT testing. So this is
Right.
mixed kind of role, but I am working very closely with my scrum master, and I know that what kind of things that he's doing. I am maintaining really the velocity charts and capacity charts, all these sort of things. So I am also trying to move from QA to QABA role to Scrum Master role, or maybe a product owner role. So first of all, I'm confused whether I should move towards product owner role or a Scrum Master role, because I have experience of around 8 years.
Hmm.
8 to 9 years I have experience. Secondly, I got an interview call. One of my noon is working in one of the MNCs, and he
Tell me the
there
name of the
is a,
company, Divanshu.
yeah, it's Mark IT.
Okay. Hmm.
And so she called me that there is an opening of Scrum Master, and she pursued me to go for that interview, but I did not have any experience, so I was kind of uh, reluctant to go for that interview, and eventually I did not go there to give the interview because I don't know what they're going to ask. I don't have any prior knowledge. So
Hmm.
the main thing is that we know that how the Scrum Master will work. We know how QAB and other roles that we are currently in are working, but the major problem that every one of us is facing is the transition phase, the transition from QA to Scrum Master, that particular phase where we should prepare our resume, how we should give the answer of certain questions, like what you have done in your past, or the, like you mentioned earlier, the scenario based question they used to add about the Scrum Master with that much of confidence, because even at the end of the day we have knowledge, but that most of it is theoretical. So how to convert that thing into a practical thing and go into the interview with some confidence. And so first or two interviews would be the tough, because we don't actually know what we are being facing right now. So
Right.
this is the thing. And and third question is that with experience of 8 years, so is
Hmm.
this a good time to shift to Scrum Master's job, or you should only shift it when you have a like experience of 13, 14, 15
No, no,
years
no, no,
or
no, 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 no.
this
It's
is
not.
something
It's,
also
it's
I
not
want
like
to.
Devanshu. In fact, people who did MBAs and something, who do MBAs and something like that,
Correct.
after 3 4 years of experience, they still anybody can move to the Scrum Master role. It's not a technical role, guys. Please understand.
Okay.
It's not a technical role, right? Where you need some
I
tech.
agree. Yeah.
It's
Correct. Correct.
it's it's something where it's in fact not the people management role. It's not the project manager role. It's the people understanding role, right? More towards where you need to understand the guys, the people in the team, how they are, just to check that how they are behaving, what type of issues they are facing, how you able to address different issues, right? Ceremonies is there, everything is there, but the most of the thing, once your team is able to melting in front of you, they start telling their personal and team issues with you, the issue within the team, and they start melting, then you able to create a self coordinating team. Otherwise, as a Scrum Master, you always fail. So So this role is not technical. Please understand. And again, one
Sachin.
thing, guys. Who is
Sachin,
there?
to make it simple, right? Scrum Master is just a facilitator. That's it. Simple.
No,
One
it's
word.
facilitator. One thing we always say
Yeah.
the facilitator, but what I experienced, guys, facilitator. It's a word, right? Facilitator. What is the meaning of we start explaining the meaning of the facilitator? Okay, who helped the PO, who helped the team. But again, if you start understanding the behavior of the people in your team, the behavior of the PO, you start understanding what stakeholder client want from your team, what team wants from you, team wants from PO, and what PO wants from team. If you start understanding these things, I think then this is very easy to be a scrum master, right? So this is one thing. Another thing which I asked from somebody, which I asked about the matrices. Somebody, anyone out of this 32 people, anyone can tell me that if they can't able to crack this matrices question. I want to know that what answer you guys gave there in front of the interviewer when people start asking about the matrices, that like I'm going to ask you the question, like
Yes.
what type,
Hello.
how many type of matrices you know, and what you are going to, how you are going to use these matrices.
Hello. Can I?
Yeah, who is this other
Yeah,
side?
Sachin, this is Sandeep here.
Yeah, Sandeep, tell me.
Yeah. Yesterday itself, I was not clear due to this matrix question.
No problem. Tell me
So,
what was the question and what was your answer?
So ideally, they asked for the what are the types of metrics that you are using in the organization. So ideally, we'll coming with the only three different types of metrics like velocity, burn down, and burn up. Ideally, we'll get into only these type of questions. So again, he was very interested in the metrics. So how we will be ensuring with all the records. So I said that there are some consolidated timesheet report which again directly making some pivot and generating those reports. So
Okay.
and later I was realized that what I was searched and what I realized that he was into some multiple like commitment reliability metrics and capacity utilization metrics, effort estimation variation, scope change metrics. So these type of questions in they are looking into it.
Okay, very fine. That they want that these are the different matrices which we can
Matrices.
use.
Yes.
I want to ask you now see in front of 34 people, I'm going to ask you this question: what you are going to use, how you are going to use these matrices, what is the use of these matrices, why we are collecting all the data in these matrices, what is the purpose of these matrices? I want to know. Tell me, Sandeep, what do you think, what is the purpose of these matrices?
Ideally, if
See,
we
I think I will personally, from my experience, I will say, if I'm allowed to talk, sorry.
Yeah, Dipesh, anyone.
Yeah.
So
So
main purpose here we are discussing
yeah,
that what are the
yeah.
different issues which
So
we are facing, and
yeah. So
what should be the correct answer,
I
right?
think from what I understand, people are so much used to the senior people are so much used to the old way of looking at the matrix that they want to get the feel that they are in control of. The team is in control of the
No,
project or not.
no, Dipesh, no.
So
I want an
so
answer. What you know
yeah.
in
So
agile in agile Scrum, Dipesh,
Yeah,
uh,
Sachin,
these
can I
matrices
answer?
are very important. So
correct.
I
Yeah,
want
I'm
to know
yeah. So
what is the
absolutely.
purpose of this matrices. As a Scrum Master, if somebody asks you, okay,
Uh,
you collect the data in matrices, different data we collect
correct.
in the matrices, right?
yes,
Correct.
yes,
Very
With a
true. Very
different
true.
format. So I
yes,
want
Correct.
to know that how you are going to use this data to
yeah,
improve the quality of your team,
yes,
right? One
So
thing.
I would, yeah,
Tell me.
risk management, and how much is the deviation from the projected, basically the projected scope of that was committed earlier. If there is a deviation which is alarming, then we need to really, hit the buzzer. That is one important reason why we track matrices.
Okay.
But,
So,
yeah.
Anybody else?
Sachin, Sachin.
Sachin, I
so
think
I just
it
want
is
to
for
answer.
continuous
Shraddha,
improvement.
It is for
Yeah,
continuous
so
improvement. Very great answer. Anybody else?
yeah,
yeah,
to
so
just give
Sachin, it
a
is.
view of a progress or at a glance to the stakeholders, like where we are, what we are doing, and
Right.
how much value are we adding as in delivery? Is there a scope
Great.
changes? How the
Great.
project scope goes ups and down?
Right. Great. Anybody else?
Yeah, so Sachin, it is about that they just want to track is there any kind of a delivery slippage or not, right?
One
So
thing.
they also, yeah. So secondly, they want to track what is being the velocity being generated. If it is an been old team who is well versed with all the functionality, then the velocity should accelerate rather than retard it. Okay, so they just
Okay.
want to
Wish
know
you
about
very
that.
happy birthday. Is this
Okay.
way?
Okay. So guys, now I think we anybody else?
Yeah,
Could you
Sachin. So,
Ajay?
as per me, the
Uh-huh.
matrices help us to look for future
Mm-hmm.
and to decide upon that what are the areas which requires more attention, and whether the aspects of as we had planned those are being met or not, so that we can rectify, correct them quickly, and then move on to the track.
Another good
Sachin,
answer.
Sachin,
Right.
I have an example. Okay, for
Right. Please tell
example,
me.
we track velocity because what it happens is we can look at the current velocity and see that if we are going at this velocity per sprint, can we meet the schedule if we go with the same velocity, or should we increase, or what it is? So that is one kind of thing we can make some predictive analysis basically looking at the current metrics. And second thing is always, as an organization, we want to collect these metrics so it will be used in the future as a historical data for future projects for analysis and all that.
This is also a good answer. Anybody else, guys?
And they
Because
also wanted to, they also wanted to track the phase containment data, right? The quality of work being delivered by the team
yeah,
and all.
yes. I want to listen this thing. Okay. Could you please continue? Who was speaking?
Yeah, Vishal this side.
Yeah, Vishal. Could you please continue? Could you please
So
a little elaborate this?
in every of the sprint there are different phases, right? You do a
How
scrum
are you?
testing, you do a agile development.
Okay. Yeah, please carry on. I don't know what's there.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Vishal. I have kept you on mute because I was getting some background noise. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
Yeah. So I'm just telling about, they just want to see the quality of the data in the different phases, right? We do a Scrum development, we do a Scrum testing. I've been consciously speaking about the scaled agile framework, right? Then there is a, kind of a second phase of testing which is known as a EST testing, and then there is a again set of testing which is done by the UAT people, and then it goes to a production. So how much the defect have been leakage from the Scrum team to the EST team, and then further EST team has how many defect leakage onto the on UAT team, and then further how many UAT defect leakage have been done onto the production. So what is the count of total actual production defect, and what is the scope of it, and how much it have budgeted the cost onto the production. So that kind of a data they need, so that a corrective and a retrospective meetings can be held with the different trains and with the different RTEs, so that in the next PSI when they start, so they are able to deliver with a much more quality than what is being done by today. So this is how the improvement is being done from by collecting our data from one phase, a containment data from one phase to another phase.
Now, Vishal, this is a great answer. In fact, let me tell you guys that we do not have this much of time that we'll discuss all the questions. We'll take again a session and again a session because we are in very starting phase right now. But now this matrices, like why actually
Hi,
what
Sachin.
is the
Sorry to interrupt, Arnav here.
Mhm.
Hi, thanks a lot for this type of conversation. It generally just doesn't happen. Means why it is a metrics is important, because to check the health of the project, of anything, we need to check the health first. So we
How
have
you check the
some
health? Okay, how you check the who is there?
Arnav.
Arnav, how you check the health? Tell me.
Yeah, because
With the
we
help of the
need
matrices.
health with the help of the matrices. So even if you going for your diagnosis, like your health diagnosis, you have to do some some test. So that is the test
No,
of
I'm
the
asking
project that.
how. Give me some real examples with some real data which you
Yeah,
collect in the
defect.
matrices. What type of
We are all
matrices you will
QA.
use to check the health of the
Yeah,
project
defect
of the
leakage
sprint?
is one of the things that you can go for. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, defect leakage, you can check, capacity planning. Everybody has covered this bits and that. So matrices
How are
are
you
always
asking?
the
Okay,
health
defect
of the
leakage is
project,
there.
like
Arnav,
how it
defect
is
leakage is there. Okay, you collect the data, no problem. In the particular matrix, in
yeah,
the particular sprint, you collect the data that this much of
yes,
the defect leakage. So
yeah,
how you will
yeah.
use this data just to check that what is the health of the
You
sprint?
know,
Mhm,
yes. So defect leakage. So then we will go back to the user story that what created those defects. So if you're saying like this defect has bombarded, like a lot of defects has come in the
mhm.
next sprint, we will go to the retrospective meeting and we'll discuss there like why it happened. Because as a scrum master or as a you can just see that defects have increased. So you can understand like why the defects have increased. So retrospective meeting is a very good ceremony that we have where we can discuss those why it happened in any
Okay, great,
any
Yeah,
Arnav.
element.
but Sachin, I just wanted to comment you on this. Just in the scaled agile framework, so there are around 100 of the small teams which are operating, and
Mhm.
we do have 100 Scrum Masters who are operating, right? So to collect to so they also keep a one ceremony which is a SOS ceremony, right? A Scrum of the Scrum,
Mhm.
so that every of the scrum master can give a high level of the scope of the delivery, what they are going to deliver, and what has been delayed and what has been over committed, so all
It's
kind
something
of
else
data
which
is
we
been
are
shared.
no no it's something
Yeah.
else which we are discussing. We are discussing. Okay, now I will give you an answer. Might be please tell me that if I'm correct or not, guys. The purpose of matrices, there is a concept of GQM. The meaning of GQM is goal, questions, matrices, and goal. Right? Every matrix has some goal to achieve. Right? There is nothing like that this is a headless chicken. We just create, we just, like for example, the velocity one, right? uh just we'll take this example later. Like what is the goal actually? What is the goal? So the meaning, what goal we try to achieve with the help of the matrices, there is three things. Might be four, five, six, but I know about three things which is very important. The reduce the total cost of the development, to reduce the total cost of the testing effort, and to reduce the number of new feature bug. Because if the new bug is less, then I think our velocity automatically will increase, because our quality will increase. If bug is more, then most of the time your team will devote to fix the bugs, right? If I'm not, if I'm somewhere you are not connecting me, please tell me. Okay, so these three things is very important when we want to achieve any goal with the help of any matrices, guys. All matrices have different goals and different questions. But these three goals we want to achieve with the help of the matrices. One is we want to reduce, sorry, who was there? Guide, please be on mute. Okay, reduce total cost of the development, reduce total cost of the testing effort, reduce the number of new feature bug. This is the goal which we want to achieve with the help of the data which we collect in the different matrices. Second point,
Yeah,
which we
sorry to interrupt, Sachin. The last point that you said, I could not comprehend the last one. To
okay,
reduce the
so
feature.
reduce the number of new feature bug. What I will try to
Okay. To reduce the bug. Okay, feature bug,
yeah,
bug bug.
new
Okay,
feature
okay,
bug, the bug
okay,
which we
okay,
are getting. Okay,
okay,
so
okay. Little
these
slow.
three things,
Okay.
okay, these three things is very important. Whenever you start giving answer to anyone, might be the interviewer will don't know about these things. But if you start with this thing, that what is the purpose of the matrices, guys, everybody want to listen the what is the purpose of the is this matrices, right? The purpose of the matrices, it's working on the GQM concept, which I already explained you, that it's the goal, question, matrix, and then goal. How we, so in the meaning of the last goal, we try to just find out that we able to achieve our goal or not. And what are our goal? To reduce the cost of the development, to reduce the cost of the testing effort, and to reduce the new bugs which are coming, which we discuss about the defect density. And what are the different questions we are going to ask with the help of this different matrices when we collect the data? It's on one example I'm trying to explain you guys, and whatever you will going to get from these points, I will for sure I'm going to tell you that if you will explain in this way, nobody can tell you that this is the wrong way. I already used this so many times. Like questions which you ask with the help of the matrix, that in which area you're getting the highest rework, right? Might be there is different reason, might be your acceptance criteria is not clear to the developer, might be there is so many bugs, right? Might be the code is not available in the market, might be there is so many defects in the
Did we lose Sachin? Or what
Uh,
about here?
Sachin sir, we are not able to hear you. Let me check, guys. Might be some problem. Let me check.
GQMs, goal, metrics. So goal, questions, and metrics.
Hey guys, I'm audible?
Yes, Sachin. Now you are
Oh,
audible.
sorry.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, you're audible.
So what actually I was disconnected. So what I will try to explain you guys here, that these are the different questions which we want to which we will ask with the help of the matrices and try to get the answer, right? Which function area we have the most affected, because whatever the reason, in which how long we are taking to fix our defects, where how complete are my requirement, how much time I'm spending in the testing. So these are the different questions actually which we try to get. These are the question, with the help of this question we try to find out the answer, and what we try to achieve with the goals. I was taking an example of the velocity, right guys? So it's not like that we are just try to find out that what is our velocity. Okay, in one particular sprint our velocity is 40, in next sprint our velocity is 36, and in the next sprint might be our velocity is 44. We just explain these things, but main purpose of this matrices, of the velocity matrices, we try to find out why it is going down, why it is going up. It is now 44, it's coming down to 36, why it is 36. We, you know guys, we so many times we are discussing in so many people told discussed about this, the capacity planning, and your this velocity. So your velocity is directly related to your capacity planning. If people are not available, you see most of the time, if you have 10 people team, and we consider always 60-62 hours for 10 days, and if 2-3 people is not available because of any reason, so your capacity will go down, and if your capacity will go down, then your velocity will go down. Might be there, this is one reason. Another reason might be your capacity is full, still your velocities go down. Then you have to find out the reason. What is the reason why my velocity is going down? There, these question will help you. Why we are going down. Like another example which someone has explained us, that okay, this is the defect density one, where there is so many defect of p1, p2, p3. Most of the time, we if there is so many defect, then you always check this thing, that we are always going to lose our sprint goal. We can't able to achieve our sprint goal if there is so many defects. So defect density, another is a very important thing. Then you will take this help of these questions, that why, in which area the defect is more, in which functional area where we are working highest rework rate. If defect density is very high, then in this case you have to find out the reason. There, the then the purpose of the matrices is, it's come in the picture. Okay, what is the reason? Might be the team is not able to understand the acceptance criteria, might be they are not the like in one of my project, the team is working in the RP and the team is from the .NET side. So there was so many defects in this case, because they don't know how to work in the RPA. It will take some time to these guys to be habitual with the work with the RPA. So every matrices will help you to understand that why there is any degrade in the why we are can't able to achieve our sprint goal, or any other reason. So guys, we will try to understand that what actually every matrices want to say you. And if you try to explain the meaning of the matrices to the interviewer, then only he will understand. Like everybody, we are discussing about this burn down chart. Anybody can tell me that what is the use of the burn down chart, how you are going to use your burn down chart? Anyone, guys?
So, Sachin sir, here we have reached to a time that's 1 hour. I mean,
That's right.
so guys, yeah. So guys, we are taking three more questions, right? Gagan, Sandeep, Gopi, you guys have raised your hand.
Yes.
So any
Yeah, yeah.
question?
Okay. Yeah,
I
I'm
want to
Yeah,
Gopi.
listen this,
Yeah.
guys. Please, 1 minute. I want to. Anybody can give me this answer. What we are going to, how we are going to use
Yeah,
the burn down chart. Anyone, anyone, and then we will take this three question. Anyone, could you please explain me what is the purpose of this burn down chart?
Sachin, as I said before, right, it shows us like, how we are, how we are progressing with the velocity in the current sprint. And then
Hmm?
we can use this data to, predict the whether we can meet the schedule or not if we go by this velocity. That is one way I know how to
So
use.
it's the only way which you. This is the one way which you tell me. Otherwise, Ramanna, how we are going to use it? We will discuss this. Burn down chart every day in your daily scrum. Everybody understand the daily scrum, right?
Right, right, right.
Okay, it's a 15-minute meeting which we already we discussed every day, where we just discuss about what we did yesterday, what we are going to do today, and what are the different impediments. Do you think this is the only meaning of the daily scrum? No, there are so many other things which we want to achieve through this daily scrum, right? One thing is where we were going to discuss about the burn down chart, where we will plan with the help of the burn down chart that where we able to achieve our sprint goal or not. With the help of the impediments, we'll try to understand, okay, might be someone needs some KT, might be we need to replan something, might be some there is some very important type of there is a concept of MVP where we will discuss about that. Okay, these are the most important user story which we need to finish to achieve our MVP. Might be we need another person to the same user story on which already someone worked. So there is a concept of plan, do, check, adapt, right? Which is also the concept of lean, and we use in the agile. So this is the thing which we want to, with the help every day we need to discuss this pontoon chart in our daily scrum. And again we use this concept of plan, do, check, and adapt, where we need to replan, readjust. Might be something which we need to discuss with the PO. So the please understand the meaning of every ceremony. Actually, the what I feel, in fact, I also failed in starting. In the starting, I also can't able to crack so many interviews. The reason is I never try to understand that what is the meaning of every ceremony, what actually every ceremony want to tell us, what every matrices want to tell us. If you able to explain the matrices, meaning of the matrices, if we able to explain the the meaning of the ceremonies, then I think there is no issue. That what I explain you just a little about the matrices. There are so many things which I able to still able to explain you about every matrices, how to effective use you can use effectively you can use the different matrices, guys. If you able to explain these things, then I think there is no issues. You able to crack all interviews. Might be you know more compared to the interviewer. Okay,
So,
guys, we'll take the
Sachin,
questions round and then we'll finish it.
Sach- Sachin,
Mhm.
what are the different metrics? Can you list it down? I mean, the standard practice which are
Mhm.
used in Agile.
No, standard one, nothing
Yeah.
more than that. But guys, try to understand the meaning of each and every matrices. It's the same the velocity variance. I'm not talking about anything new about velocities there. You can find out this matrix there. But guys, please try to understand what is the meaning of the velocity variance, why it is very important, how you are going to use this velocity variance. If you able to explain 2 3 matrices, the meaning of matrices to the interviewer, he understood. Okay, he knows everything about the use of the how we are going to use the matrices, right? I able
I
to tell
agree
you
with you, Sachin.
there
Yeah,
is
I agree with you,
tons of,
Sachin.
right, there's tons of matrices which we can use in agile scrum. But at least if you don't know how to use this matrices and what is the meaning of the matrix, then it's totally, what I will say. You understand what I'm trying to
Also,
convey.
Sachin, I think if you're able to explain first two metrics correctly, right, interviewer will not even ask you about third metric. He will
Yeah,
just
the
move on
third
to the
one,
next
they
question.
never ask
Yeah,
you. You explain like the
he'll go to the
capacity
next
planning
question.
one,
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
right? What, like for the capacity planning one. So what is the use of the capacity planning? We just do the capacity planning. Then what is the use of the capacity planning? What how we are going to use this capacity planning matrices? You need to explain the purpose of the matrices. You're not there just to tell that, okay, these are the different matrices. He already know about the matrices. He want to listen you from you guys that what is the use, how you going to use these matrices. Okay guys, any question, other
Yeah,
question?
Sachin, I have one question.
Pankaj, right?
So, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Pankaj, tell
a
me.
really practical one. So, suppose if I have studied everything about Scrum Master and I have cleared the interview, but I do not
Okay.
have any job on job experience. So, whether I
Mhm.
will struggle in my new organization and new role because I have actually not worked on it, but all my knowledge is theoretical.
So Pankaj, let me tell you one thing. When you start working with the team now,
Mhm.
team is also new. They are not like, they know everything about the agile scrum, and in most of the companies in India, they they are not using fully, they are not practicing fully agile scrum. So might be in first two sprint or three sprint you will face some issue, but after that I think it's not like a rocket science that it will take a long time to be understand how to work in agile scrum.
Mhm.
When you start working as a scrum master, one thing, how much eager you learn the new things, right? Whatever you are facing, to the one way, whatever you are facing in the project, this will teach you that how to solve these type of issues when you start facing the practical things. Another thing, like in this group you are, right, you start discussing about their issues. Okay, your issues. Okay, this is I'm facing right now, how I'm able to solve the issue, or what I will do in this particular scenario. So people start helping you. So there is two way. One is the practical way which you are facing when you start working as a scrum master, and another way, you start asking question with the old scrum master or the agile coach.
Also,
But it's
Sachin,
not like that you are facing very big issue as a scrum master.
okay. Also, can you please share some good reference material or some Udemy courses which we can refer to increase our knowledge?
Sure, Pankaj. I think Nitesh will help you in this case, no problem.
Sure. Thanks.
And last question, guys.
Yeah, so
Because
guys, just stay with us. I have one surprise, so which I will share once this is going to finish, right?
Yeah.
So, one last question from anyone.
Okay.
I think this is all.
I just
Sachin,
want to
Sachin,
know,
hmm.
is there any, let's say, a Scrum Master who is who is having experience of 6 months and a Scrum Master having experience of 1 or 2 years? So, is there any difference between them? Because I think it's not technical related role. So, like the knowledge is also somewhat limited here only, which we will achieve by having an experience. Can you just tell that?
Gagan, you were asking this question, right?
Yes.
Gagan, could you
Because
please
actually,
come again? You were asking that if someone is there who has 6 months of experience and another person who has two
uh,
years of experience, so is there
yes,
any
yes.
difference, right?
Yeah. Knowledge
So
wise,
Gagan, it's
uh-huh.
knowledge wise, only one thing which I will tell you. Might be the ceremony is same, everything is ceremony, everything is same, but how to derive these things, this is the major difference between six people have 6 months of experience and people have 2 or 3 or 4 years of experience, right? This is
I
the
think
only
only
thing.
difference is only
Okay,
difference is
Prabhat.
effectiveness. Effectiveness is the difference.
Yeah, how to
Effectiveness.
handle the how to handle the different situations, right? If you have guys, if you have 3 years of experience, might be the same situation you handle 6 5 4 5 6 time, and after 6 times you able to tell anyone that what is the best way to handle these type of situation, and the person who has 6 months of experience might be he able to handle this thing not in this effective way because he faced this type of issue only one or twice. So this is the major difference, guys. Nothing.
This
I
is same
can't
as
say nothing else.
no. This is same as somebody is having 6 months of QA experience, but somebody is having 3 years of QA experience. You know the difference. If we are from QA, it's the same thing.
Mhm.
Experience and effectiveness changes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nothing else, guys. And again, I will tell you.
Satyam,
Again,
one
I will.
last question.
Sachin, last question,
Yeah,
please.
Ajay. Yeah, Ajay.
Yeah, so now what I've seen, like for example, Fidelity and 2, 3 other companies, before even shortlisting the profile, they used to, if you apply, they used to send you some questionnaires over email, asking what kind of matrices you have used and what value you have driven. Another is what value metrics you have used, or how velocity you have increased in a project. And I didn't remember the third question. So how to tackle this? Because it all varies, even in a discussion mode, it's all a kind of shortlisting mode itself. So
Ajay, your voice was
had
breaking. Anybody answer? Anybody want to answer this question which Ajay asked?
Yeah, I want to answer, Sachin.
Yeah, Ramana.
This is Ramana here. So if I were there in your place, what I would do is I will not consider that company and move on to the next one. There are hundreds of companies. Somebody is asking me before interview so many questions, and I'm trying for the Scrum Master the first time without experience. I would not go for it because it doesn't make different. Because people are asking too many questions, that is not going to work out in my experience. It is purely my case. That's why I said if I were in your place, I would not take this, move on to the next one. So I don't want to waste time. But you can deal in your own way. Okay, so that means their expectations are high from the beginning only. It might not work out. Okay, chances are pretty less that you will crack that. Move on to the other companies. There are a number of companies, so you can try other companies where that is not difficult. You just put experience in the resume, and then you go and try. Attend 3-4 interviews, and then I'm telling you, 5th or 6th one you'll crack. You need to have patience. You need to have confidence. Each interview is a learning experience for you. You note down all the questions, whatever they are asking. Prepare for that. A lot of information is available in Google, and confidence is the key. What you are speaking, I am telling you, because don't have any experience in Scrum Master. I am from a different senior management role, but I am trying. I think I gave 3-4 interviews. I am sure I can crack the next one or other one. If I do anything like that, I will share the information in this group, and that's what I'll tell. And some people said we are losing hope. Never lose hope. That is very, very important. If you don't have confidence, you cannot crack the interview. Main thing is confidence. Whatever rubbish you're talking, you talk. Somewhere you will get through. Never think like that. Never lose hope. You can do it. Okay, nothing. It's not impossible. As such and said, Scrum Master is not technical role. It's not a great role. You need to have confidence. You need to have knowledge. Increase knowledge. Every day read through articles and interview questions. Everything is available. Make yourself strong. I can guarantee you that in 5-6 interviews you will crack it. So have confidence. Yeah.
Thank you, Ramana. But my question was just to get the answer of these situations. I respect that what you answered.
Now tell me, Ajay, what was your question? Your voice is clear now.
My question was that, for example, Fidelity, I remember, but there were other 2 companies also.
Just tell me one question. Don't ask so many questions now. Okay. Just tell me one.
Okay. One question was that what kind of value you have given to the project, or drive, or measure. That is one thing. And how you increase the velocity and kind of matrices. So that's it.
Matrices I already discussed with you guys.
That is pretty clear. But value and how to
value. So one thing, tell me, there is so many values you can produce in your project, right? You can tell me, like I'm going to give you one example. You guys, all guys from the QA side, right?
No, I'm
from yes.
Most of the guys. I'm telling most of the guys. Might be 10, 15. Who is from the QA side? Now, how, like if you are from the QA side and you start working as a Scrum Master, what type of value you are, try to give to in the project? Like I will give you an example. In nowadays, manual testing is very less now. Everybody is focusing on the automation testing, right? And if anyone go with the agile testing part, anyone know about go through with some document of agile testing, or how we will going to do the agile testing? Anyone out of this 31 people?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay. So in agile testing, the concept of testing is totally different. Okay. If there is a book of more testing where you can read about this, how we are going to do testing in agile. Right now there is a concept of unit testing. Everybody knows it. What in nowadays in agile, how you can add the value in your project as a Scrum Master? You can suggest, which I already suggested in one of my project. Okay guys, every tester is going to write their test cases ASAP. And where I suggest to write test cases once we finish with our backlog refinement. Everybody knows about the backlog refinement, where we do backlog refinement for the next sprint user stories. And once you have finished with your user stories, which is totally refined, which we understand totally about the acceptance criteria and everything, I will suggest my tester, okay, start with your test cases, start with your test cases to automate for this particular user stories. What it's going to help you once you know, it's the concept of agile, I'm telling you guys, and we took it from the extreme programming. So once you finish with your tester will finish with the automation testing. Once you finish, the developer will finish their development, and they start executing unit test cases. Same time your test cases also execute in the development environment. What it's going to help you, 30 to 40% defects you are going to catch in this development environment only. And when your code will move from development this dev environment to the Q environment, the same test case you will execute again. Most of the test case you will see that will pass, and the less defect you are going to catch in the QA part. So this is the concept of agile testing in testing concept of agile, which you can add. This is an example, right? With this type of value you can add in your project. So there is thousands of other examples.
Sachin, it's also called as shift left. Start testing from an early and continuously throughout all the phases.
Right, right.
So to answer
This is one
to
concept.
answer yeah, so to answer precisely about the question being raised, there are many things which you can add as a value to I mean, to justify yourself. That you can say that, when we started our sprint, so we used to deliver, you know, suppose, 200 story points for the first delivery with a team velocity of this. Okay. Then you add it up there, and then we frequently grown up, and then we started delivering 400 story points in the this. So this is also a value add. Then you can also add something like, we started
So
with the
Vishal, if
right?
if you give this answer, the first as soon as you will tell that we will move from 200 to 400, then it's
Yeah.
a very interesting question which interviewer will ask you. Okay, how you will achieve this? What is the different things you
Yeah, so
add in
there
your.
are different ways, because when initially the team started, team was not a cross-functional team, and later on they developed the capacity of
This
doing
is
the
not.
other work
So
and yeah.
Vishal, this is
Right.
so Vishal. Please understand, this is not the value you added. Every team is not when it's starting. It's a cross-functional team, right? It will take some time. So once you achieve, like if you consistently achieve 400, then if you achieve from 400 to 420, for example, I'm taking an example, for 400 to 420, then this is an achievement. This is a value add. And how then you will explain that how you achieve this 400 to 420. From 200 to 400 might be give example that it's not cross functional team. It's okay, because once we are in the full
No,
row.
no, I'm just adding, I was just telling you that how you can answer those
Yes,
questions,
right, right.
right, to deliver as a part of a value. Because, so any of the, when you start with any of the agile projects, right, so the velocity of the team does not remain same, because they grow and mature, during the course of time. And then they start delivering with a, with good quality and with a much higher velocity, right? So this is something which drives it. And what are the values you have added? You made a cross functional team. You made it, you implemented a BDD framework, wherein now you are able to automate even the things which are being coded right now in parallel to the coding. So these are then you added a unit test case with a sonar cube, right, wherein you are also monitoring the quality of the codes of lines of codes which are being coded. So all those kind of values you can quote it in your answer. So that's what I'm saying, right?
Sachin, I
So
have a couple of answers for the fidelity question. Okay.
I think,
So,
guys, I think
sorry.
now we almost is 7:49.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
So Ramanna, you have just 30 seconds. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
see that
just
you
need
do
10
not
seconds. Okay.
disappoint anyone.
I'll give 10
Yeah,
seconds. So for the fidelity question, what you can do is you can check with any of your friend is having at least 5-6 years of experience. Try to contact him and get the answers. Next thing is post in forums like Quora and any other groups, Google groups. try to get the answer in a day or two, you will get it. Get back to Fidelity. That's all. Done.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ramana. So, guys, let me come to one point. I mean, first thing, we are really working very hard to do such kind of event, and on a frequent basis, we do such events. So, please get in touch with us for such update. I mean, I'm not sure how Meetup and other application that works. But in Refer Me Group, we have our own kind of a trainer, own people who are motivate to other people. Like we do a tester ki chopal, we do a counseling for the freshers, which is free of cost. Why we are doing? Just to make sure that upcoming IT industry should be of having a good people, and people who is stuck in their career, they can get help from Refer Me Group. And just one small request to each one of you, please give your 30 seconds to us and share your feedback on the link which I will share with you on WhatsApp group. So please just give your 30 seconds and share your feedback, honest feedback, whatever you feel in this forum and whatever you feel with Refer Me Group. So, and one last thing which I want to share, that we want to start one session for Scrum Master interview, people who want to start something right from scratch, and how this to face the Scrum Master, because Sachin has definitely worked very hard to gain that kind of a knowledge, and today he is the person that he can help others for this, right? So where we will share the documents like this, right? This is a set of questions around uh, 80 questions are there, 82 questions are there, right, which we will share with the group. So for more details, you can connect with me individually. I will share the other details with you, right? And how Sachin sir will conduct this these session for those people, I will explain in detail individually. So here we are going to close this session, and thank you so much for joining, and I wish you all the best for your future. Believe me, like here it was a very good session to hear from all of you. Nothing can be impossible. It is only our wish and our willingness which can crack any of the things, and any of the technical things which you can learn, because these are made by human, right? So human, obviously we are a human, we can learn anything. Don't stop yourself. Invest at least 10% of your salary into a learning part, right? Which should be a thumb rule for IT guys, right? So thanks a lot, and thank you so much
I
for
have
joining. Sorry.
I have last query in case you can answer, please.
Yeah, please share.
So, do we have any kind of simulator or dummy website which can help in practicing creating all these matrices like burn down chart or velocity, etc.?
You
I
can
think
connect me individual. Yeah, Ramana, you have something?
you can download Jira, which is a free version, and then you can just
Yeah,
try it
Jira
out.
you can download. That's
Just one thing I know. I did not try it, but I know that you can do
it's a
that.
7 days free. You can download, or Zoho is an application. You can connect me individual. I will share the link with you.
Sure, thank you.
Right there, you can do your simulation kind of things. So again, guys, I am requesting, please share your feedback, because that really boosts up ourselves and boost up our morale to do such kind of events. And thanks a lot again. Wish you a very happy evening. Enjoy with your family.
Definitely, Sachin.
Yeah.
Definitely, Sachin. We'll share feedback, and it was a great session. I could not thank you anymore. It's
Absolutely.
great. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much, Sachin sir, and thank you so much to all of you for joining. And this really shows that you are serious with your career. Please don't stop this fire. Always fire it up. And I want to see each one of you as a Scrum Master position, which is obviously a growing. So stay with your family. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Bye bye. Enjoy. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are an architect.
No.